Arizona Highway 87 is the road that leads you through the center of Tonto National Forest, the most visited urban forest in the country. It is also the largest in Arizona, made up of nearly 3 million acres, stretching from the edge of the Phoenix metro area north to the Mogollon Rim. You'll see some of the most rugged yet beautiful and diverse scenery in the country. From flatland to highlands, you'll climb from 1,300 to nearly 8,000 feet in elevation as you make your way to the Mogollon Rim. Saguaros will bow out to towering evergreens in the largest stand of ponderosa pines in the world. You'll discover streams and creeks stocked with trout. And all of this is within about a 2-hour reach from Phoenix. Ever wonder why Highway 87 is also called the Beeline Highway? It's because it makes a beeline to the heart of Rim Country: Payson, pine, and strawberry.
Strawberry it's a perfect getaway. It's less than 2 hours from Phoenix. It's 20 degrees cooler. It's a mile high. It's the very center of the state. So when I see a map of the state now, I always see a tiny strawberry in the very middle of it.
That sounds like the perfect place to start our getaway. If you didn't see the sign that says "Entering Strawberry" along Highway 87, don't worry. You cannot miss this bright red and yellow building just up ahead. Not only is it welcoming, it practically screams at you to stop in.
Okay, so I have 2 lemons, 2 caramels, 2 blueberries, and 2 reds. Yes.
This is Strawberry's sweet and savory spot.
PieBar is a specialty restaurant serving empanadas to pine, strawberry, and visitors from all over.
Owner Kimberly Brennan is all about putting big flavors in the palm of your hand.
We started with green chili, red chili, bean and cheese, chorizo and bean, and then we started expanding for things like chicken pot pie and mushroom stroganoff, and we just keep adding and adding. I lived in Puerto Vallarta years ago, and there was a little old lady who made 2 trays of empanadas every morning at her store. If you didn't get there by 6:30 in the morning, you didn't get one. And they were so delicious that there was always a line at 6 a.m. The inspiration came from her and her empanadas. Empanadas are different from pies in that you have to be able to hold them in your hand. Every bite has to still hold up to the next bite. It can't just crumble. And that was a really tricky thing to accomplish. Where pie dough is delicious, you can't hold it in your hand. Every couple weeks or so, we'll introduce a new empanada, so that nothing gets stale, nothing gets old. You can still get your old favorite, but we've always got something new.
We've been experimenting with the spinach Florentine, and that was wonderful. We needed to tweak it. Like, we need to add pine nuts, and we wanted more garlic. So it's like we make it and we taste it, and we make it and we taste it, and back and forth and back and forth.
We just kind of worked with what we thought would go inside well in an empanada, and then we've just been tweaking it since. And Lisa here is always up to experiment, so that's always a good time for her to, get new ideas. And we're like, let's try it. So we're always just experimenting.
The most popular is green chili, and then probably chicken pot pie, and now Mountain Man is nipping at their heels. The lemon bar empanada, somebody came back in and said, that was life-changing. And we thought, okay. And then 2 weeks later, somebody came in and said, that was a spiritual experience. And so we share that with other customers, because even if you think you don't really love lemon, there's something about it in an empanada with our secret ingredients. It's phenomenal.
Can I hand this right around to you?
At just over 300 square feet, PieBar doesn't have much elbow room.
So seating is on patio space on both sides of the restaurant, and then also down below there's a giant double oak tree with tables under that.
You can even sit creekside with your empanada, sipping on coffee, hot cocoa, or even one of their canned adult beverages.
In the afternoons when the sun is going down in the west, we get this glow to the east, which I don't know what it is. Maybe it's called alpenglow, but it's this pink strawberry sky that happens most nights, and that struck me as really, really magical. And overall, it's just sweet. Strawberry's sweet.
Maybe it's the altitude, or maybe it's the pies. Just west of Strawberry, you can hike along the beautiful clear waters of Fossil Creek. It's one of just 2 wild and scenic rivers in Arizona, and is one of the most diverse riparian areas in the state, where you'll find more than 30 species of trees and shrubs, ferns, and moss. Well over 100 species of birds have been spotted at the area, as well as javelinas, snakes, and spiders. Managed by the Tonto and Coconino National Forests, the creek flows for 14 miles from its source at Fossil Springs to its confluence with the Verde River. Downstream, you can still see the historic and decommissioned Child's Power Plant, although only the power and ice house remain today. 7 different springs feed into Fossil Creek at a constant 76 degrees: winter, spring, summer, and fall. If you've ever wondered what it was like to go to school in the 1800s, you need look no further than the oldest standing schoolhouse in Arizona. Visitors can check out this historic log cabin school museum in Strawberry. It was literally built in one autumn day in 1865, when settlers formed a community log raising party and built the one-room schoolhouse. The interior was neatly furnished with neat rows of wooden desks, and it was not only used for teaching, but for community gatherings as well. Teachers back then did not suffer fools. If you acted like one, they had a special seat just for you, complete with special headwear and labeling. Teachers, too, had some special societal rules to follow. Teachers were required to fill lamps and clean out chimneys. And after 10 hours of working in the school, they were allowed to spend the other remaining time reading the Bible or other good books. The schoolhouse closed down for good in 1916 because there just weren't enough students attending. Today, you can visit and get a tour anytime between mid-May and mid-October. The town of Pine is less than 5 miles from Strawberry, just down Scenic Highway 87, making it easy to visit both small towns in one day trip.
The town has become so popular as a tourist destination.
Hey guys, how are you?
Gene Pendergraft and his wife Lee own the Rusty Pinecone. This is Pine's only specialty gift shop and cabin decor store. Everything from custom wood signs and metal artwork.
I would guess probably 60% of them are Arizona made.
To wine glasses and homemade jellies, warm and fuzzy hats, even high-stakes fun and games.
On your mark, get set, go.
My wife, I probably shouldn't say this maybe on there, but she has an addiction to playing games.
So let me tell you a little bit about how to play Tenzi. It's a speed game, so whoever gets all the same number first wins.
She loves the game of Tenzi.
Let's play, come on.
Everybody comes through that door, she's always asked them to play a game of Tenzi.
Just pick them up and drop them, pick them up and drop them, okay?
Now, there's a little promo to that. If you beat her, which is kind of tough to do, but if you beat her, you get 10% off on the game.
Tenzi, she did it! She beat me!
Whether it's a game, artwork, or a souvenir sweatshirt, it's a pretty sure bet you will find a piece of pine to take home with you.
This increases your pedal assist, this decreases it.
Now it's Gene's turn to give a few lessons.
You hit this brake by itself, this whole end will come around like this and you'll go right over the handlebars. These are disc brakes on these bikes. It just takes a little bit and they stop. You start to pedal, you're going to feel this bike go. Pedal and then go to +1 and then you'll feel the bike starting to take over. I promise you, you won't run out of breath. Okay, we ready?
It was when Gene saw an ad for electric bikes that the light bulb went on.
Now, that would be cool. We could get exercise, we could get mom, dad, we can get grandparents, we can get the children, and we can see this town, and you can see it quietly, you can enjoy it.
He calls Pine an Arizona destination in the mountains.
When you, either on a bicycle or in a car or you're walking, the Mogollon Rim is right behind us. That's 2,200 feet higher than we are. You have some great views of that from anywhere in Pine. That's kind of cool.
Gene also likes to share a bit of the town's history.
The Randalls was another pioneer family that came through here. And the Randalls are still, a lot of them are still here. This was Frank Randall's home. The people are really friendly here. When we go on our bike rides, these e-bike rides, people are waving at you. So many people come up here and they don't get to experience the town. They come up here with their buggies, they come up here and they go camping, you know, and they go hiking, but they don't get to experience and know what really Pine's about.
Gene says Pine is about community, and he hopes you'll appreciate his town a little more as he shows you a slice of life right in the middle of an Arizona highway. The sounds of serenity. This is an oasis found just off an Arizona highway.
We're at the Tonto Natural Bridge State Park, just north of Payson, about 11 miles on Highway 87.
A masterpiece, years in the making.
The Natural Bridge has been here for a long, long time. Depending on your beliefs, it could be as young as 5,000 years and as old as 1,000,000 years.
When you see the sights, you ask yourself, how often do you see a waterfall surrounded by cactus? This scenery also comes with some impressive history.
It's the world's largest natural formation travertine bridge. Travertine is the rock that grows. It's actually a calcium deposit deposited over a long period of time over moss and grass, trees, and rocks. It builds up very quickly. It can grow up to several inches a year.
The bridge was discovered back in the late 1800s when a prospector stumbled upon it after being chased by Indians. The man hid out in caves located on the inside of the bridge. Smart thinking, for there is plenty of room to be found at this natural wonder.
We have a lot of beautiful spots to picnic and barbecue and we have a lot of weddings, a lot of family reunions down here. Once people find out about it, it's not a secret anymore.
It's a park where every turn shares with you another spectacular view and more soothing sounds.
I think people are truly amazed when they come down the hill and the windy road and get down here in this little canyon and see what the jewel that it is.
That's one Arizona treasure, aged to perfection. Ready to hop in the car and make a beeline for Rim Country? Maybe rent an electric bike in Pine, or check out the local flavor in Strawberry. PieBar will satisfy your sweet and savory tooth. Get a little in-person learning at Arizona's oldest standing school. Strawberry Schoolhouse no longer holds classes, but provides a great history lesson. At the Rusty Pinecone, a few miles south in Pine, Gene and Lee will welcome you into their gift shop and encourage you to explore their town. As you continue heading south, Highway 87 is dotted with several roadside stops. You can hit up That Brewery and Pub for craft beer, and the Honey Stand for goodies made by Arizona bees. Just outside Payson, you might want to stay a while at the historic Coles Ranch Lodge, nestled along Tonto Creek. And of course, Tonto Natural Bridge is a must-stop. Remember to pick up your spaghetti supper at By the Bucket. Oh, and throw in a bodacious meatball or two. Thanks, Rim Country. We'll see you next time, and we'll see you on the next Arizona Highways.